a couple of questions to kind of go with some of the themes that we have. So the first question, consider either charge or retreat. That's one of it's the opposite meaning that you could use. Charging meaning charging forward. So my first question is going to go to Mark. Mark, when was the last time you were pumped up to take action on a situation only to realize that retreat was more in order than charging forth?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Tabletop Master. I'm sure there has been that situation where, because I can think of situations where I've been pretty gung-ho, and I know that there's been those situations where you do you're all excited and then you kind of, and have to turn around and go in the opposite direction. I cannot think of anything off the top of my head. I know the latest thing I've been pretty gung-ho about is I have a new position over on the F-35 program, so I've been pretty gung-ho about that and trying to take in all the information that I can. Not planning on retreating on that, but we'll see. I've come to think of it now, there's been situations where maybe I've been presenting something actually, and it's going great, and you think you're doing well, and you got the information, but then that one question kind of gets you, and you're like, no, it's this, and then someone else pops in and is like, no, it's this, and this is why, and you have to do kind of a little bit of, oh, well, maybe we'll have to go back and look at that. So it's a little bit of a retreat, I guess. So that's the only situation I can really think of off the top of my head for a charge, and then immediately doing about face and retreat.
Thank you very much, Mark. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Wow. Once again, charge or retreat, keeping in that vein. Melissa, it's Saturday night, and you're revving to party.
Woo.
You hear the battle cry in your head, charge! Where are you going? And what's your plan?
Saturday night, all my friends gather at our at my house. Right, everybody's rolling in. Start lining up, start taking shots. Right, as I'm in the bathroom getting ready, because I'm always the last one ready while everybody's sitting in there drinking. So they line up the shots and they're yelling at me to come out. And as I put on my electric blue eyeshadow and start running towards the shots, we start thinking about the Chargers and start getting into this giant, rant, I guess. And it's not exactly charge with us, but it's more of a dummy idiot kind of thing. So I don't really know how to explain that any better than that. But where we're going is to Santa Monica, 3rd Street Promenade, because we haven't been down there in a really long time, and there's nowhere really else to get excited to go around here anymore. So yeah, Santa Monica.
Thank you. All right. So charge has a lot of meanings, as I mentioned. It could also mean or refer to what you do with your credit card. You guys knew that was coming up, right?
Oh.
So, a lot of people throw out their card and say, just charge it. So, I'm going to ask Brian, tell us what you think of using credit cards or charge cards.
Oh, that's my question.
Thank you, Sir Table Topics Master. I like credit cards a lot. I use credit cards to buy cake. I use it to buy certain things for lunch, maybe cut in half.
Oh my God.
I use credit cards for their points to book travel. So I just recently got this Chase Sapphire Reserve card, and I've been able to accumulate a good amount of points by making purchases. So for every dollar you spend, you get 3 times the points. if it's for travel. And for everything else, it's 2 times, something like that. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are. But I enjoy charging everything to the credit card. You get points, you track your spending, and it's easier to carry. Whenever I have cash in my wallet, I'm just like, what is this piece of paper? Here, take it, take it away. So I really enjoy just using credit card, and strictly credit card. I never have cash.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Brian? Now, MJ, I'm really sorry that I gave him your question, so I have a better one for you.
Okay.
What is the most amount, dollar value, of goods or services that you've charged on a credit card in one day?
Oh, man. Okay.
That is the better
Thank you.
question. That is the better question.
I wish it was something exciting, like I bought a house or a new Tesla. I don't think you can charge all that stuff on a credit card. Maybe you can if you have a black card. But I too have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. And I too enjoy the benefits of which it offers. Now, whenever I'm at dinner or at a restaurant and we're trying to figure out the bill and it's like, oh, yours is $6.17 and yours is $22.47, I just say, here, take my card, charge it. And I look like the hero, right? Because no one has to squabble over the check. Later on, I send Venmo requests and I collect my money back. But what they all don't know is that this hero just collected 3 times points, because restaurants, you get a lot of points. Now, on a grander scale, I've been a maid of honor plenty of times, and we planned a overseas trip for the bachelorette party. Imagine the ticket prices on that. It's all right, guys. 8 international tickets, pay me back. I think I charged $8,000 on my card. And long story short, I had enough points for a free flight to Jerusalem. So $8,000, I think that's all that my limit goes up to. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's great. $8,000. You certainly got me beat. All right.
Rick could have helped you.
You could have given me a deal.
I could have, yeah. I could have gotten you a deal, but then you wouldn't have gotten so many points, right?
True. Found the most expensive flight, first class.
Oh, wow. There you go.
No.
That's really good. Well, just so you know, as we continue along with the idea of charge also refers to what we do to a battery to get it functioning once it's run out of power. So, technically speaking, some phones keep a charge longer than others. Based on your experience, tell us, Jeremiah, which do you prefer, Apple or Android?
Ooh.
Well, thank you, Sir Table Topics Master, for such an interesting question. As you can see, per my phone currently right now, I do enjoy, an iPhone, as I just got a message. My experience between the iPhone and Android has been very one-sided, to say the least. I really enjoyed my iPhone. That was my first phone beyond the Razr. So that's when I just going back to the current times and became into the future of phone technology, enjoying the apps and so on and so forth. Thus, I can't really speak towards the charge of an Android, but I can certainly speak of the charge towards an iPhone. I can say the electricity that flows through my iPhone, man, it really drains my battery. Fortunately enough, I do have several points of charging. I normally charge my phone right before I go to sleep, wake up with a full charge. I have a charger in my car. Whenever I go somewhere, I fully charge. Plus, I've become much wiser in my usage of my battery. I make sure when I play my music, I turn the phone screen off. So the illumination from my iPhone doesn't drain my battery. Another source in which I make conscious efforts to save my battery. So thus, though many people may complain about the battery life of an iPhone, I have found it very useful and refreshing to me, because I've adjusted my ways to the iPhone, and I suggest you do that too.
That's action.
Okay, guess who hasn't done it yet? Hey, Mo. Oh, actually, Martin hasn't either, but we're going with you first. So keeping along with the charging and batteries and getting it functioning, one of the greatest newer inventions that have come along later, more recently I should say, one of the greatest newer inventions have been the charging pad that you can take with you, and you can charge your cell phone or similar electronic devices on the go. Mo, what will you invent that will take charging batteries to the next level?
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. So when we're talking about the charging pad, are we talking about when you put your device on the pad, it charges?
Yes.
Interesting. What will I invent that's going to take the next generation of charging to the next level? Well, I think the next big technology is going to be charging your phone while you're in a pool or water. Unagi. So, you're in the pool, you're having fun, you want to take group pictures, your battery's running out. What are you going to do? You can't just go inside and charge your phone. You're going to have an island pad that's going to be water resistant, also able to charge your phone using solar technology. I know. Patent pending. So once the solar technology is charging your phone on this pad which floats on water, you're going to be able to, hang out, play a little pool volleyball, and then next thing you know, battery's charging up, and only to die within an hour, but it's still going to give you some charge. And so that's going to be the next big invention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was a good idea. All right. Hopefully we've got time. I've got several more questions. So
We have time for one more.
just one more?
Yes, just one more.
Oh.
Can't go into museum.
Which one do I want to give? Okay. So, all right. I'll talk about the fact that charge can also refer to an adjective, such as charged feelings or charged environment or emotions. When a proton is charged negatively, it does something. I'm not quite sure, since I was not paying attention in the physics class or any of the other science classes. But Martin, how did you do in science class? And were you a good student or a bad student?
I like Rick. Rick is hilarious.
Thank you, Rick. Well, I've never heard of a proton being charged negatively. So that right there is pretty interesting. I'm wondering which science classes you went to, or what your school was teaching. That was they must have had some very cutting edge theories about the physical world. As you could probably tell, I'm an engineer, and I took a lot of science classes. All this time, I know. I took a lot of science classes. I did reasonably well in all of them, except for chemistry. Chemistry is and continues to be the black subject in our entire family. Only my brother, out of everyone in our entire family who majored in chemistry, only my brother actually understands what the heck all that chemistry is and does and how it functions. Everybody else that I've talked to in our entire family, they've done either horribly or straight up failed chemistry. And I think my moment of accepting this fate for myself was in my first year of undergrad, where I had to take my one and only chemistry class. And on the final, there was some kind of oxidation reduction reaction that you had to balance. And I sat there for the final for about an hour just on that last question and couldn't figure it out. And then I went to the professor after the final, after the scores were given out, and said, look, I don't care that I got a B, that's fine. This is my only B in undergrad, whatever. But how do you actually solve this problem? And his answer was, well, you just kind of know that these two compounds and these elements will react with each other. And I told him, well, but they can also react in this way and in this way and this way. There's like 3 different ways that could also balance it. And his response was, well, you just know that in this situation, these elements will mix in this proportion. And that was the moment that I decided I was never going to pursue chemistry ever again. And even though I know that physics, which is a subject that I love and hold very close to my heart, is the foundation for chemistry, I don't really stray too much into that world. Thank you.
Yes, I had other questions I could have given you, but I like that.